Touchback. Now a 1,000-yard rusher, a season ago, and Antonio Gibson with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hey, 133.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Mayfield on 1st down. Samuel bringing in the slant. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Flushed out. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but he can definitely run with purpose as well, and he's able to shed a tackler there and continue on.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And yet again it's McLaurin. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Going quickly here to Thomas. Touchdown! Logan Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. A 1st down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
7-7, our score after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Hurry, hurry.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find...
He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 26 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
A handoff running left is Gibson.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action. Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Darnay Holmes in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly, and that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Hurry, hurry!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. They'll run with Gibson. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run with Gibson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout
as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Jones on 3rd and 2. The quick slant caught. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gano's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable here from the 38. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Play fake. Mayfield. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack on first down, Mayfield.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. And the tight end goes in motion left. On third down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will tie things at 17 all. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
That pick his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you're playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield. Thomas brings it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And he definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception.
William Jackson with a pick. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
In motion comes the tight end left. The tight end in motion right. Following the interception, Mayfield to the right side and complete to Thomas.
And he's going to be marked out just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the counter, Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Big play from a big man. Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge and dropping him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he is going to have the Giants 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Here's Gibson to start the drive. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives them a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mayfield now. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And now the punter, Tressway, as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for...
And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Sly on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jones, another shot here after the pick six. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Jones throwing for it. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game